Grade 11, let's look at this paper. Possible answers to this paper. November 2024. Question number 1. Okay, let's look at question number 1. David runs a small a motorcycle service business from home. Given below is the budget drawn up by him for the new month. 26. Sorry, income is on this other side and expenses on the other side. All right. Calculate David's total income. So you have to add here. We add up these values, and when you add them up, that means you're adding the 33,150 plus 1,625. The answer becomes 34,775. Question number 1.1.2, they are looking for the amount charged for motorcycle services. So here we have this much, and how many are there? There were 26. So for each, simply meaning you're supposed to get that 33,150. You divide that by 26. The answer became 1,275. Calculate the amount spent on motorcycle parts. This amount here is missing. So what we're going to do, we shall get the total minus all these other values. Minus plus, and the answer became 5,226,1. Calculate the percentage. Calculate what percentage of the expense David spends on water. So we shall take water So water, we shall look at the water there. 5.25 divided by 86 multiplied by 100, and the final answer becomes all right. Question number 1.2.1. Determine the cost of traveling. Determine the cost of traveling by car, towing a caravan at Grasmere main line toll gate. So first and foremost, a car. This is it. A car towing a caravan. It's this much. That means it's class 1. So it's class 1, and we go to Grasmere main line. So the answer is this one here, which became 22 rands 50 cents. 1.2.2. If the cost of traveling by motorbike was 74 rands 50 cents, write down which toll gate was used. Motorbike, and so motorbike, it's still class A. So we need to come in class A and we find 740. So the answer is bad. The answer is Val Plaza. All right, 1.2.3. Write down the tariff for the Val Plaza class 2 rates as a simplified ratio to class 4 rates of the same plaza. So here we shall say class 2 to class 4. Remember, we are at the same plaza, Val Plaza. Let's go there. So class 2 Val Plaza, it's 140. Class 4, it's 225. We shall come down here. We shall write 140 is to 225. Simplify this. If you're looking for the way of simplifying this, put in your calculator like this. First and foremost, press that key. Then 5. The answer that you get, it will be 28 over 45. So, which will become simplified form, it's 28 is to 45. So, 1.2.4. Calculate the cost of a return trip for class 4 vehicle going through this toll gate here. So we shall look for the first and foremost, we shall look for that toll gate, which is the last toll gate here, and class 4 return. That means you go, you pay 271, and you come back, you pay 271. So the return, we shall have it 271 multiplied by 2, which became 542 rands. 1.3. Name the type of graph represented above. Everyone knows it. It's a pie chart. Then calculate the percentage of students that prefer comment. Now, this is missing. Comment is missing. And when you look at the number of the values given to you, these are percentages. In your head, you know very well percentage should add up to 100. So simply meaning it has to be 100% minus these other percentages that are there. Actually, you may not put 100%. Don't put the sign. So you say minus 6, 21, 24, 11. So the answer became 38%. The missing value there. All right, then we look at determine the number of students that prefer romance movies. So when you come to the graph, remember very well, sorry, the pie chart, this was the total number of students. But then you're looking at romance. Romance are 24%. So it will be 24 over 100 times 220, which became 52.8, which is approximately 53 students. All right, that marks the end of question number 1. Let's look at question number 2. Question number 2, it says the graph below shows South Africa's CPI inflation rate for the period of April 2022 to February 2023. CPI, which stands for consumer price index. The moment you hear of this, what has to come in your head is inflation. The price is increased. Okay, how do we calculate inflation? Here they're telling us in December 2022, the price of a loaf of bread was 12 rands 47 cents. Calculate the price calculate the price of a loaf of bread in February 2023. Now take note, December 2022. They want the price in Feb 2023. All right. So we come here. When we look at December 2022, there's January 2023 and there's February. So also here we need to consider January 2023. So the price will change from December to January 20, and it will change to Feb. Don't just jump from December straight to February. We have to consider this. Okay. What does it simply mean? The price increased. Now we're going to first and foremost, we shall look at that then. The price in December 2022 was 12 rands 47 cents. Then that price increased. The price increased by 6,9 because of January. So we need to find out the price in January 2023. So we multiply it by 1,069. So now the new price becomes 12,49 times 1,069. It becomes 13. Now this is the value in January 2023, but we're not interested in January 2023. So why did I multiply by 1,06? Because remember the price is increasing in inflation. So I took 100 plus the inflation rate of January 2023. I divided it by 100. That's why I got this much because I'm increasing. So this is a 6,9. That's why I got it from. So we come to the price has become, this is January 2023. But now we want the one in February. Remember February there it has said it increased by 7%. Look at that. 7% means I'm going to multiply this money in January 2023 by 1,07. How do I get the 1,07? It's 100 plus 7 over 100. This becomes this much. So now the price in Feb is 14 rands 26 cents. That's how we deal with that. Okay. Question number 2.2. The invoice given below is for installation of a water tank. Billy to Mr. T. Rock, who stays at 1112 Flamingo Drive. The invoice number is there, the date when it was, okay, it has the descriptions here and what they bought. They're saying, give the day and the month this invoice must be paid. Actually, it was paid. So the date and the invoice date, it's here. So we shall write and we say 22nd is the day and the month is April. The month is April. All right. Determine the total cost rounded off to the nearest thousand of the filters. So we shall come here. The filters, they are 3. Each is the unit means 1. So each is that much. So we shall say 349 times 3. 349 times 3, we end up having 1,000. But take note, to the nearest 1,000. So this became approximately 1,000. Calculate the cost per hour for the labor. So we come here, labor, 7.5 hours. But they ended up paying 6,500. So we get the total they paid. We divide by 7.5 and 6.00 divided by. And the answer became 6.67. That's the answer there. Calculate the total amount due, including VAT, for the above invoice. Total amount due, including VAT, for the above invoice. Now, here we go. First and foremost, we need to find the subtotal. That means we're going to add these numbers, including the A, all right, that we say it's approximately 1,000, but we'll add the normal number, which we could add the normal number, which is 1,000. It was 1,047. So 1,047. Let's add all these numbers. So we shall end up having, when we add all these numbers, we end up having a subtotal of 14,740. So we look for VAT. How do we get the VAT? We shall multiply this by 0.5. I'm looking for VAT. So the VAT became 2,211 rand 75 cents. Whereas now we add the 2, we get the final answer as 16,956.75. 75. Or someone else would have added these numbers. You get your 14,700, and then we include VAT by multiplying 1,115. So 14,345 times 1,15. You end up having 16,956.75 cents. Okay, 2.2.5. The price of the water tank is due to increase next month. So they are telling you the new price is expected to become 5,795. Verify showing calculations. And so sorry, and they say Mr. Rock says that the increase is more than 5%. How do we know the increase? We shall say the difference in cost over the original price. So the difference in cost, we shall take new price minus the old price. We divide by the old price. So the new price is this one here, 5,795 minus the old price that you've already seen here, 5,499. 5,499 divided by. So you end up having the answer as. So it's valid. Indeed, it's valid. Why? Because this is more than, it claims the increase is more than 5%. Indeed, it's more than 5%. All right, we look at 2.3. given in the table below are electricity tariffs for the domestic household. Use the information above to answer the questions that follow. Mr. Rock and the family used 712 kilowatts of electricity. Calculate the amount in rands that the family will pay. So first and foremost, what I want you to know that each bracket carries a maximum. So block number 1 carries a maximum of 600. Then whatever exceeds 600 belongs to block number. So now the family used 712. That means the 600 belong to block 1. Multiply by 2 to 9. Don't worry, there's a sense. It's fine. You'll get the answer there. 600 times 2 to 9 comes 37. Oh, there's a sense. So what is remaining to make 712? So it's remaining with 112. 112 has come here now. What do we multiply with? Multiply with this. 112 times 278, 46. You get the answer as 1187, 52. These are cents. Add them up. 17,400 plus 311, 87, 52. So we have this much. But remember, these are cents. We divide by 100. So we end up having 1,685 rands, 88 cents. Why are we changing it to rands? They're telling us amount in rands. Calculate, and they say, let me see, they never talked of whether it includes VAT or doesn't include VAT. Had they said that the values exclude VAT, then the final answer would include VAT. Okay, question number 3. So when we look at question number 3, we are looking at table 2. Table 2 below lists the winnings, endorsements, and the total net worth of the 9 highest paid athletes in 2022. All values in the table are given in millions. Take note of that. All values in the table are given in millions. These are the 9 people and their net worth, endorsement, and total net. Okay. Write down the winnings of Stephen Curry in words. So first and foremost, we shall need to come. Look for the person who is here. So we are writing the winnings, which is this much, in words. But then when you look at it, they told us it's 45.8 million. So turn it into numbers by multiplying by million, whereby you'll end up having this much. So now it's this that you're going to write in words. It's that you're going to write in words, which will become 4. Sorry, not 4. It's because this is these are 3. We have 3, so 6 numbers after. So we have 45 million 800 what? Thousand. Determine the median value of the endorsement of the 9 players. Now, when you hear median, what has to come in your head? It's the arrangement. So let's arrange with the smallest number. It's this one here. It's number 1, followed by 2, followed by 3. This comes in the 4th place. This comes the 5th place. Then this becomes 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I need to arrange them now. So we shall start with we shall start with 5. 5 followed by 25, followed by 47, 50, we have 52, then 55, 55, 80, and eventually 90. So these are 9 numbers, and we need the median. The median number, since there are 9, we shall remain with 4 numbers on one side, 4 numbers on the other. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the median becomes 52. So you would say here median equals to 52. Don't forget here, because these values are in million. Don't forget that word. Okay, we go and look at this. Calculate the value of B, the total net worth of 9 players. If the total net worth of Roger Federer is $30.5 million, less than this one of this person here, let's bro James. So what less than, that means we shall go, first and foremost, we need to find out this missing number. But they have told us it's 30.5 less than this one here. So if it's less than, then you say, this is the first number you're going to do. Subtract the 30.5. When you subtract the 30.5, now you remain with 90.7. So here we have 90.7. That's the first thing you're supposed to find. Then afterwards we add, because B, the value of B is the total number here. Okay, so we're going to add, and we shall say, we are adding, we'll say 130.5 plus 121.2 plus 115 plus 95 plus 92.8 plus 92.1 plus 90 plus 90.7 plus 83.9. When you add up this, you get 910.7. Don't forget million. Don't forget the word million. So we look at question number 3.4. 3.4 is a question that wants us to determine the mean. Remember, when we're finding mean, we need to find out the sum. That means you're going to add the numbers. You're going to sum. Then we divide by the total number of items that you have there that you've added. Now you're looking for the mean for the winnings. Mean for the winnings. So we shall go to the table, look for the winnings, and we are going to add them up. All right, this one presents 0 because it's not there. So we shall say 75 plus 41 plus 2. So let's look at that, and let's say 75 plus 41.2 plus 60 plus 70 plus 45.8 plus 42.1 plus 85 plus 31.9. Everything being added, remember there's a 0 there. So we divide by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus the 0 which is missing, it makes it 9. Anyway, when you add the values, you will end up having the value as 451. I divide by 9, the answer became 50.1. Is $1 million. Don't forget the word million. Express the endorsement amount of Cristiano Ronaldo as a percentage of his total net. So we're expressing the endorsement as a percentage of the net worth. As a percentage, we need to multiply by 100. And the answer becomes endorsement. The answer becomes that much. So his endorsement, let's go there and we see. This is the person you're talking about. We're expressing his endorsement as a percentage of the total net worth. So we shall say it's 55 over 115 times 100. And the answer became 4.83. This is a percentage. Then write down the winnings of Neymar as a simplified ratio to the total net worth of Canelo. So Neymar, we need the winnings to total worth of that person there. So we shall come here and this person's place. Neymar, we need winnings. And for Canelo, we need net worth. So we are comparing these two, which will be 70:90. The reduced version, it will be 7:9. Okay, question number 3.7. Determine the probability as a decimal fraction, rounded to 3 decimal places, of randomly selecting a player from the table above that plays any sport except soccer. So we shall count then 9. Of these 9, which people play any other game apart from soccer? So we have this 1, 2, boxing 3, and football we have what? 4. We have 4. So here the fraction will come 4/9, but they said as decimal fraction. That means it's supposed to be decimal. And it's rounded off to 3 decimal places. So it becomes 0.444. This was the answer. Question number 4. The choir committee of a high school have started a small business to raise funds to their upcoming tour. They make and sell curry bunnies with assistance from their parents. They pay 450 each month. This makes it a fixed amount. To cover water and electricity, it costs 10 rand to make one curry bunny. These are expenses. This scenario here, we are looking at how much they spend. So we continue and they're telling us, identify the dependent and the independent variables in the above context. Now, dependent and independent. Now, when you look at these values here, the expense, it will depend on the number of curry bunnies they have made. The income will also depend on the number of curry bunnies they have made. Whereas the number of curry bunnies, they don't depend on anything here. They don't depend on the cost. So, shall say, the dependent, the ones that depend, the one that depends, it's the cost and the income. These ones will depend on what? The independent. They will depend on the independent. They will depend on the independent variable, which is the number of bunnies. Number of bunnies. Okay. Determine the selling price of one curry bunny. Now, the selling price. Remember, for you to get income, you have to sell. That means we shall start from here. If you sell 0, you get 0. You sell 10 of them, you get 250. You sell 20, you get 500. So you can pick any the income here and you divide it by the number of curries. Okay. So here we are saying, I'll take the first one, which I will say 250 divided by 10. So the answer became 25. Write down the formula that they will use to determine their total expenses. Remember, expenses, they begin with, they start with 450. No matter what, this has to be paid, whether they have made or they have not made. But what are they paying for? Water and electricity every month. So they have to pay 450 plus 10 rand times the number of bunnies that they make. This is the formula. get the total expense. Now we are asking us, the graph drawn on the answer sheet shows the total income on the same, shows the total income. On the same axis, draw a graph showing total expenses for the number of carry made in 1 month. So what you're going to do, you come to the graph. We are plotting expenses. So it has a standard. So it will start from here. That means I think 10, 10. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the dot will be here. Why am I starting from here? It's because this is called the fixed cost, and indeed they start with that fixed. So now I'll go back to my chart. I'll pick a definite number. What do I mean by definite number? When I go through my graph, I'm plotting expenses. I will look for a number that will make sense. For example, if I have 100, I'll plot to 140. It would have been nice if the number is exact to the number, but it's fine. You pick a number and you go plot that. You join those two straight away. So in our graph there, we already done the fixed. So we look for 150. 150, what does it give? 200. What does it give you? $250. 450 plus 10. 10 times 200. For 45, it won't come out nicely because we don't even have 245. We have we have 2, we have 225. Okay, that's nice. We check numbers that are here and they are in the table they use. So here 225 would be the 4. 225. You have any 2, oh, this is 2. But we have this one on the graph, which corresponds with the 50, 150. So let's go there. 150 corresponds with 1 point. Oh, it's not there. 1.9, 2.5. 200. 200. It will be somewhere there. Then from here, you pick your straight, your ruler, and you draw a straight line throughout. Then you label it. These are expenses. Straight line. Sorry about me, and I don't have a ruler. Don't do this. It will not be a double. It will be a thin line, a smart, clean line. A straight line. It should not have any curve. There we go. That will be the graph of yours. All right, let's continue to question number 4.1.5. 4.1.5 wants us to, let's look at it and you see. 4.5, it says the choir committee claims that if they sell 200 carry bands every month for 4 months, they will make more than 10,000 in profit. First and foremost, how do we get profit? Profit will equal to income minus expense. So we need to find out in the 4 months how much will they get, and in the 4 months how much will they spend. So if they're selling 200, now income, remember we said income, we got it as 25 to be 25 times 200, which becomes 5,000. This is only 1 month. So there are 4 months. What will you get? It's 20,000. Then expense. Expense, what will it be? How much are you spending? It's 450 plus 10 times the number of burnings. So here you've ended up spending, but this is in a month, so times this by 4. What do you end up having? You have 9,800. So subtract the 220 minus, indeed, profit is 10,200. That's the answer there. We look at question number 4.2. It's a frequency table. Shows frequency and cumulative frequency. Determine the value of C. Now, when you look at it, this 12 it became 12. Now, this 12 plus the 8 became 20. That means 13 plus 20 becomes what? It will become 20 plus 13, which is 33. That's why you see 33 plus 17, you get 50. 50 plus 23, you get 73. And 73 plus 4, you get 77. The value of D. The value of D, you look at the intervals. These intervals are increasing. Look at this number this side. This is a 3, a 11, a 14. That means they have to increase by 3, and because this becomes 1759. Same story side becomes what? 11, 15 hours. So the value D is supposed to be 15 hours to 1759. Write down the model interval. Now the model interval is the one that has the highest frequency. It's what? 12 hours to. They are telling us 2.2.4. Each motorist buys an average of 6.5 liters of petrol on this day. If the price of petrol is 21.92 per liter, determine the total cost for the petrol bought on this day. Now, what we need to know, how many will they be? The total is, the cycles are these ones, 77. So it will be 77 times amount of petrol. Sorry, times the number of liters times the amount of petrol. This is what we are looking at. Determine the total cost. Determine the total cost. And the answer became 10,970,9796. What is the probability of a fraction as a fraction of a motorist buying petrol before 12 on this day? Before. So we are looking before we have these people here. This is before 12. And we have 20 people out of 77. So the probability is going to be that much. It's going to be 20 out of 77. Four 4.3, we're looking at the years and everything that goes on. They are looking at the interest rate. Which bank represents a simple interest? Now, before you do, you have to first test, subtract and find out. Because when you subtract this, you remain with 85. Also here, remain. So it's bank B. So the bank B, they carries interest rate as simple interest. Asset claims that if the bank invests, or she claims that if she invests at bank A, she will have 45 rands 86 cents more than would have been in bank B after 4 years. Now, look enough, bank B 4 years, she has this much, but we don't know it in bank A. And bank A is using compound, so we shall take this amount in the 3rd year. I need to find out, so I will need to multiply by 1,1,08, 1,808, 1,085. I'm looking for the next number. So this becomes so in the fourth year, he has this much. Then we are going to subtract and find out. So now, in how much has he? Because it says he has this more than he would at bank B after 4 years. Investment she will saved. Just come back. Subtract what? 1,000. Answer becomes 385,86 minus the interest that you've seen in bank B. So when you subtract these two, the answer becomes 45,8, which is what? Valid. Okay, we look at question number 4.3. A set would like to order her mother a clock from Switzerland. It costs 68,49 euros. The exchange rate for euros is this. So they are saying if we decided to invest in bank A, will she have saved enough money for 4 years? So we first and foremost, we need to change this into rands. So we need to change the euros into rands. We shall use this formula here. We have 60 multiply 68 comma 68 comma 4 comma 49 times 19 comma 83. This is the amount of money. But remember, this is bank A. And the total amount in bank A is supposed to, we just got it now. We got it as what? 1,300, 1,350. So 80, 85, 86. This marks our end of our question paper. Thank you very much.